Okay, so hopefully you guys are doing okay. Bro, okay, before we begin, look at, bro, the audio setup is complete, my people. Let me know how you feel about the microphone or whatever. Bro, as you can see, we've got the thing in the bottom, the right corner now. Buying the audio setup to finally upgrade because, bro, do not cheap out on audio equipment, bro. This is £20 from Argos, bro. This is the worst microphone ever. It's caused me nothing but problems. I despise the thing, and I would probably burn it if I could. Yeah. So let me know how you guys like the audio now. The setup is pretty much complete in terms of equipment now, and I appreciate you guys for allowing me to do this for a year now. It's been absolutely crazy. It's been lit. But yeah, anyways, to celebrate that, I guess, and because I need to make money back, we're gonna be uploading a lot. So, you know, what better way to begin that, I guess, is something that you guys have wanted for a long time, which is a reaction to the History of Dokkan. I recorded a reaction to like the first part of this ages ago, but the video is really old. Yes, it's this video right here in the bottom left. It's a really old recording now. Not really too, I don't want to post that if I'm being honest. We're gonna start with this because this is something that people wanted, the History of Dokkan Anniversaries. So I guess this is a compilation of all the anniversaries and how they went or whatever. I think this is a really cool concept for a video, and it's something that I haven't really seen done before for any like gacha game. Then again, I don't watch gacha game videos, so I mean, I guess it would always be it. Also, shout out to legendary Piloof or whatever. I did DM this guy a while back asking for permission to react to his stuff or whatever, and he did give us the green light. He said, yo, you can react or whatever. I appreciate you. Obviously, go run up his thing or whatever. Make sure you go show love on the original video as well. Links will be in the description and the pinned comment as well. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you for that. Yeah, man, you guys wanted this. I don't think we'll pause. I don't think so. Maybe once or twice, but like, it's 25 minutes, so like, you know. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you come to the Twitch stream at 030XT for live and early unedited reactions, you feel me? And yeah, just let me know how the microphone is. If I'm being honest, I'm not really an audio expert. Bro, so what? This goes up, okay, yeah, this goes up to 9 years, which means it is up to date. Okay, wait, question, yeah? Before we begin, what is the longest running gacha game to ever exist? You guys are getting to 10 years. Is there anything above that? Like, what other gacha games are still going like that? I believe Duel Links is like, it's either the same or like a year behind. But Legends is 6, which is actually still a very long time for a gacha game, so you know. But if we're talking about stuff above 9, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't play games like this. One Piece Treasure Cruise, Grand Blue or Fate Grand Order. I think it's Monster Strike with 15. 15 years of a gacha game is insane. Fate is popular. I remember people telling me about that a lot, but I think they were talking about the show, not the game. Either way, this game is up there. Dragon Ball as a brand just carries, bro. Legends and Dokkan will be around for a very long time. I genuinely think Legends and Dokkan will probably never get an end of service. I genuinely think that. I think they'll just go on forever. But you know, these games might mess around and just outlive me. But you know, that's it. Let's go.
Let's get started with the first year anniversary. It introduced Super Gogeta into the game, and let me tell you, that guy is probably single-handedly the most broken character any gacha game has ever
So what?
known.
This is
He
the
was so good
first
that it was
Gogeta in the
either
game?
You had him, or you just didn't have an account. Like literally.
Oh wow.
Just reroll at this point, bro. Like, forget it. You absolutely needed him. Just to put things into perspective, Dokkan events were so hard back then that a Dokkan attack would barely remove 1 bar of HP from the enemy. A Dokkan attack. So, as you guessed it, we had to use stones at the time to be Dokkan events.
Bro, I remember that RAM style layout, bro.
Well, that's until the
That's when I wanted to know what the game was. I would watch videos like this from RAM style.
Super effective against all type passive skill.
As you can imagine, I saw it and I wasn't into it.
Super attack consistently, which was a new concept at the time since Gogeta was the first leader to give Tricky. As for Janemba, he was very good defensively, but he just got overshadowed by Gogeta for multiple reasons. 1, his leader skill didn't give any key. 2, there just weren't
Rhyme with no beard goes crazy.
To run under his leader skill.
I think Rhyme style and KSI are the longest I've spent watching a YouTuber.
Janemba as a character is just way less hype than Gogeta.
You came to Dokkan here, pretty much.
I think that if Janemba was better than Gogeta on release as a unit, more people would have summoned for him, and we would have seen other units than Goku and Vegeta as anniversary headliners the following years. Nonetheless, the anniversary ended the worst possible way with a new world tournament, the 8th world tournament.
People hate
where
this
the
mode and
most
I don't know
courageous
why.
and dedicated
Well,
players
it's just a
could
grind
use their
fest, right?
sanity for 2 SSR tickets and a couple of stones. They also brought some filler banners at the end of the
Xenoverse.
anniversary to try and drain us up as much as they could. Like, lowering the rates weren't enough, right?
Repetitive as hell.
Because yes, on global they actually did lower the rates of all banners 18 days after the release of the first year anniversary banners. But anyways,
Is that true? Wait, they saw the bread they was making and said, bro, nah. Are you being serious? They saw the bread they were making and said, nah, bro, I can't lie. That's hilarious.
still managed to hit top
So you
grossing,
said the
and the rewards were
videos
pretty
too
good.
low?
So
Is
the
that good?
anniversary as a whole gave a total of 198 stones. The second year anniversary.
Did no one
it
complain about
introduced the
that?
Super Saiyan
Is that
Force
not a
into
big
the
deal? Is
game,
that
probably
legal?
one of the hypest anniversary ever.
that even
People
allowed?
were so hyped that the servers literally
Oh my,
broke
he
on
became
release.
a bubble?
Both Super Saiyan 4s were also insane with their mono 120%.
Oh, is this the
meter skills
first ever
and
Super
super
Saiyan
attacks
4s?
counters. Strength Super Saiyan 4 Goku was actually the first unit to ever hit a million attack stat without needing any type of nuking items or leader skill. This is also the anniversary that brought the legendary election on global, where you could vote for your most desired LR character, especially when
That
you
sounds
take into
interesting.
account the fact that the character who won was none other than Vegito Blue, with Super Saiyan 4 Goku being the second one and
Oh, but I thought
Beerus
Dragon
being
Ball
the
fans
third one.
were,
This
tired of
anniversary
fusions.
also brought the first free anniversary ticket
Oh, wait, no,
banner,
to be fair,
which was
bad
pretty decent
example.
at the
This is
time for a
really
free
early.
banner. Fun fact, but they also decided to awaken 3 characters who were
Big
pointing
VB.
with 1 finger and 2 fingers. This is honestly such a cool thing. Let's not forget about the first ever Gold Stone, which for the time had an insane pool of characters. Being able to get one of the first 5 OG type leaders was actually an inconceivable thing at the time. The main anniversary banners also gave tickets that you could use to summon on another anniversary banner, LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan banner, who was
Oh my
simply the
gosh.
best unit in the game at the time.
Bro,
this guy damage was literally
Is this
so
the guy with
free
the,
and
oh,
broken
yeah, it
beyond
is.
belief. The additional keeper keys
Oh,
for
I've seen
obtaining
your
part of
animation,
his
my friend.
passive was
Am
and
I gonna
is
see it?
still such a strong ability even to this day. But to balance
That's great.
things out, Gohan was almost impossible.
Actually pulled that
to
Gohan
get
from
since
here?
you needed
Correct.
10
You've been
tickets
playing for that
a
long?
single summon. And even if you managed to
Best
pull him,
animation in
medals
the
needed
game,
for his
man.
Awaken were very limited in the shop. So if you had already bought them up to awaken other units, you could say bye-bye to LR Gohan. At least his
Wait, you
TUR
can
was
play this
pretty
game on
decent, so
PC?
it wasn't the end of the world. There also was a cool anniversary event that gave anniversary coins that you could exchange for some cool trophy cards, awaken medals,
Playing the game
or
for long
elder
too,
cards.
but I didn't get
And just
'em.
like
It
the
was too
first
late.
year
Damn.
anniversary, this anniversary also ended with a freaking world tournament. But this time the rewards were much better. You only needed 30
Yeah, an
wins to get
emulator?
8 SSR
What, like blue
tickets as
stats?
opposed to 80 wins for 2 SSR tickets. And the role tournament was also easier to clear with the introduction of AoE units. Talking about AoE units, they actually
I don't know why
brought
you were
the
trying to
LR
play
Strength
Legends
Broly
on
banner with
PC.
this world tournament. And best believe people summoned like
Who do you can, I
crazy
guess?
trying to pull him, since the guy was and honestly is still to this day such a game changer for this event. This anniversary also brought the first ever version of Battlefield. Honestly, I would like to
I'm
talk
not gonna
more
lie, bro, I
about it,
thought
but
this is
have
multiplayer.
absolutely no idea
I thought this
how
was
did
multiplayer. I was
work.
like, there's
But
no
what
way
I
the
can
Bubble
say, I
Poppers got
guess, is that it
multiplayer,
looked
bro.
Fun and different. Probably what Chain Battle should have been. At the
Well,
end,
I have-
thanks to the insane top
I
grossing,
have never seen that in my life.
he also brought the
What is this? Battlefield
first
1.
ever version of Battlefield. Honestly, I would
Got
like to
discontinued?
talk more
How do you
about it, but I
discontinue
have
a game mode in a
absolutely
digital
no idea
game?
how this didn't work. But what I can say, I guess, is that it looked fun and different. Probably what Chain Battle should have been. At the end, thanks to the insane top
I'm
grossing
so
rewards,
shocked.
this anniversary gave a total of 370 stones.
I have no idea what to say to that.
172 more stones than the previous one. The third year anniversary.
I find it cool
Even
they
though
keep adding a new
everyone
finger.
was
That's
expecting the
cool.
anniversary to be Planet Namex got teamed because of the countdown images, which I guess it was in a sense. The headliners had nothing to do with it. They were the first Dokkan Fest LRs.
Oh, you guys
and
don't
they
remember
lived up to
Gogeta
the
and
title.
Vegito in the
They
Namek
introduced
Saga?
the transformation mechanic, but they were so good defensively.
Wait,
because of
wait,
their
wait, they
stats that
got-
you could just never
wait,
see
the
them
Bubble
transform.
Poppers got
But if you
in-game
managed to pull
fusion
them off, the fusions
in
were
3
absolutely
years?
broken beyond belief.
Legends took
Especially
double the
Vegito with his
time.
LR stat counters who did so
Legends took
much
double the
damage at
time. What?
We also had the introduction
Are you
of the
serious?
Porunga Dragon Balls, which gave you another reason to log in every day because man, were those rewards crazy, especially if you're
Yo,
a new
Toshi,
player.
hurry
I
up!
remember
Like,
trading
bro,
items
what?
being pretty scarce at
What
the
else
time,
do they have that
even
we don't?
Wish had some use. The Goldstone also got an updated roster with 4 new Dokkan Fest characters, with 2 of them being insanely valuable at the time. On Global, we also had
I still find it crazy
Super
Super Saiyan 3
friend
Vegeta's
summon,
just in the
where you
game.
could get some pretty decent rewards upon summoning, including Elder Kais if you were lucky. This anniversary also brought back the Super type units alongside the filler legendary.
Okay, so
summon
chat,
banners.
who's the
second
best
part of the
anniversary in your
anniversary
opinion
also
so
brought a new
far?
Plant Naga
Super Saiyan
easier
3
where you
Broly
can get
2.
enough medals to easy a strength kit.
Thanks,
Gohan,
Raging
the
Blast.
first free-to-play unit to ever get an easy. Talking about free-to-play units, they also
Like,
ended
who's the best
anniversary with
anniversary so
introduction
far
of the
then?
Ginyu
3?
Force free-to-play units. That
Like, are
team
they
was
getting
actually
better?
a godsend if you're a new free-to-play player at the time. You could pretty much clear any Dokkan event with it. So at the end, this anniversary gave a total of
Penny?
235
I'm talking about,
stones, which is 125
Okay, you didn't
less
hear me
stones
properly.
than the second year
I said,
The
I said out of the ones that's shown so far, so like the first 3, which one was the best anniversary? But I guess if we're talking about overall, you guys are saying 9th, 7th, 5th, 9th, 9th, 8th. Okay. So yeah, in the first 3 anniversaries, which one was the best in you guys' opinion? None of them. Second? Oh, it's pretty... Okay. Wait, what about the 3rd anniversary wasn't good? You guys don't like in-game fusion? What, is it just the character choice, or is it the events that were going on too?
4th year anniversary, aka the 2nd year anniversary 2.0. They brought back the Super Saiyan 4s, switched their types, made them LRs, and gave them this new mechanic called active skills. They both led their respective families, with Goku having the best one. Sorry, Vegeta. Goku's family was simply bigger and stronger. But that wasn't enough of an L for Vegeta, you know? Goku had his damage right from the start, unlike Vegeta who had his defense right from the start, but had to build his attack, which made him a worse unit for the content at the time. Fun fact,
so Vegeta just gets hoed in every media ever?
Leaked months before the anniversary. Someone even uploaded them on Reddit, and everyone thought that they were fake, but very well done, I guess. Honestly, now that I think about it, they do look a little bit fan-made. We also finally got some type of fitting system with the coins. I still remember saving all my stones just so I could get
This is a really good video, by the way. Well, videos, it's a compilation.
Also, fun fact,
really well made.
LRP Pen was actually the first ever unit to have an active skill. Since
have I heard the OST to this character yet? Because I swear I've seen this in my comments before. B Pan. I never understood what people were talking about. People have wanted this. No, you didn't. I haven't reacted to this yet. Why does this even exist? What is this? What's the context for this? Huh. Well, yeah, I guess this is an OST I'm supposed to hear. Free to play? It's trash anyway? Huh. Okay.
Released 1 day before the LR's first enforce. The Goldstone also got a downgrade since they removed Injaneba, who with his easy was actually insane. He would have been by far the best character here. Part 2 introduced 2 new LRs, which was something never seen before at the time. Like 2 new LRs in the same banner. There was also a cool little event that gave 4 stones per day for 7 days. And a raid against Omega Shenron who gave us a cool TUR Universal Spirit Bomb Goku. People expected him to be the LR, so it was a surprise to see him as a free-to-play unit. He was actually pretty decent against Shadow Dragon Saga category enemies. And I remember the Shadow Dragon Saga category being so limited at the time. Like all the viable options were summonable units. To unlock the raid, you had to beat a Shadow Dragon Saga event where each stage was a different Shadow Dragon. We also had the Punch and Bag event, and also fun fact,
it's so interesting seeing like
we had a little Facebook campaign where you could share photos of us as Dokkan cards.
It's so interesting seeing GT be like at the forefront of celebrations rather than Super.
Gave a total of 9
which obviously I know why, it's just a product of its time, right? Like kind of Super took over what GT was.
Considered by many as the hypest celebration of all time, which is understandable. Not only did the headliners have active skills and transformations, they also brought the final trump.
Those animations are so good, bro. I'm never gonna forget my first reaction to those. Oh my gosh, bro. So Legends basically, so Dokkan's 5th anniversary is basically Legends 6th. Obviously slightly different because it's not double blues, but you know, it's still Gogeta and Vegito.
card category into the game, which at the time was the closest thing we had to a fused fighter category. This anniversary also brought the skill orbs, which was a pretty good addition for free-to-play players. You could now give additional crits or dodge to your 55% units, but there was no chain battle at the time, so the only way to get them was through the Wiz event, which was only available once a day during the anniversary and once a week afterwards. We also had the first ever 55 ticket summon, giving you one guaranteed LR. It doesn't seem like much nowadays, but back then this banner had so much value. We also got another Nukin event, which wasn't as hard as the Punch and Mag event from the year before, since you only needed to do 55 million damage instead of 77.
Oh, only 55 million,
and
huh?
yeah, the Godson also got updated, but all they did was add more banner units. Some of them were good, but it just wasn't worth it unless you already had all the Dokkan Fest characters from the full Rainbow. Part 2 gave us an LR Rose and the LR Broly trio, which was kind of a disappointment back then, since people were expecting an LR Merge Zamasu and full power Broly. This is all.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say on paper that sounds insane. That sounds insane as a part 2. Man, I'm trying to think, like, because obviously at the time of recording this, I'm actually posting this same day I react to it. Legends Part 2 for Legends Fest is gonna happen in 2 days, and that's gonna be Daima, and people are, you know, setting themselves up to be really not happy about that. So does that mean for the 10th anniversary of this game, they're gonna do Daima 2? Like, it's gonna be involved somewhere? Or does it not necessarily mean that?
Also the first anniversary to have 3 parts, and man, the 3rd part brought the one thing that everybody wanted but that nobody thought possible at the time: LR Easies. And even though the first LR Easy was
his
quite
artwork looks
disappointing,
sick.
it at
I've
least
seen that
made
before,
it
though.
possible and something to look forward to after the anniversary. This anniversary gave a total of
everyone's saying no.
879
Okay, cool.
stones,
Okay.
50 less stones than the previous anniversary. Dokkan 60th anniversary, featuring LR MI Goku and LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution
Artwork is
Vegeta,
amazing.
both introducing the revive mechanic into the game. LR AGL MI Goku was by far and away the
I find it
best
cool
unit
that
in
they
the game at
introduce
that
a new
time. It
mechanic every year.
completely overshadowed Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. And
Wait,
the gap
actually-
between them just
wait,
kept on
5th
getting
didn't,
bigger
right?
and bigger as time went on. Honestly, I don't know who designed Super
That's
Saiyan
the
Blue
first ever
Evolution
anime I
Vegeta, but the
played.
damage reduction receiving every turn is such a bad design. This anniversary also featured the best free-to-play units ever. Outside of Int, Krillin, and 18, they were pretty much all
They've
usable in the
introduced skill
hardest
orbs. Oh,
events
okay.
at the time.
I
Some
find
of
it
them
cool
were
that they
even a
introduce
must,
something
like
new to the
LR
game
Master
every year,
Roshi.
though.
This
That's
guy
cool.
was so good with his support and revive. As a matter of fact, they were all super type units, which is probably one of the big reasons why they were so good. They could hold their own defensively and support your rotation. Like, what else could you ask for from a free-to-play unit? Nonetheless, we
wait.
had a little legendary campaign.
Question. In terms of summon animations, how many have they added or changed in Dokkan up to this point? Like, what, 6th anniversary? How many times have they changed? Because now, this is up to where Legends is right now. Like, where this section ends is where Legends is. How many summon animations has Dokkan, like, gone through in this time? Because, like, one thing with Legends is, like, after they did Broly, it's like nothing substantial like that has happened ever again. Which is like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of Legends animations now are like, they're too unimpressive to me. Like, oh, a different background. Oh, Jocko's car, spaceship, or whatever. I don't even know what that is. Like, a mercenary towel. You know what I mean? It's like, can we get some a little bit more interesting? Like, I don't know, man. Like, how many have they changed in 6 years? They changed it completely. They've only revamped summon animations once. They changed it drastically once. They did it for Superhero. Yeah, I remember that. They swapped Goku for Gohan, right? You see how summon animations used to look back then? Remember they were meant to have a Kaioken Blue animation? I don't know, man. Like, I wish Legends got something like that. I'm not saying Legends animations need a revamp. Well, actually, we do have better models for base Goku and Super Saiyan Goku. So, I mean, technically you could revamp it, but whatever.
for LR Zamasu and LR Pipen. It gave you a couple
I
of
want a
stones
new
and Elder
animation,
Kais
not really
for
a
free
revamp.
if you had them fully awakened and SA leveled. This anniversary also had the best free-to-play units of all the anniversaries so far. They all did pretty well in the God event, the new hard event that this anniversary brought, especially LR Master Roshi. That guy was the GOAT at the time with his dodge, support and revive. Even the trophy card wasn't that bad. He wasn't all that, but he had a high chance to dodge.
Why can't Legends do trophy units, bro? That look hard.
Could super multiple times in a turn, stun and seal you. But it wasn't all bad. We had Easy of the first ever category leader. Man, was that hype. But not as hype as when we saw the Easy of LR Froku in the news. It was just way too soon for them to Easy at the time. And it showed because they really held back on that Easy. Just like how they did.
They have special summon animations for certain celebrations rather than Onu overall.
LR Gotopo, or honestly, if they wanted to crazy, a revive in
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Instead,
okay,
we got two
that's
LRs
cool
for
though.
17s.
That's
At
cool
least
though.
they gave us some rainbow tickets that you could use to summon on any of the featured anniversary banners. Also brought the 55 ticket summon banner and made it a 66 ticket summon banner. It only gave one guaranteed LR, but you had 11 more chances now to get a free
That God
unfeatured
Goku
LR.
looks so
The
clean.
Goldstone still sucked though. They added like 4 more random useless SSRs and called it a day. This anniversary gave a total of 936 stones, 57 more than the previous one, and actually the exact same amount as the 4th year anniversary. The 7th year anniversary, Dokkan's great
Here we
reset.
go.
Not only were the headliners
Wait, what do you say? Dokkan's great what?
the 7th year anniversary, Dokkan's great reset. Not
Oh,
only were
Blue
the headliners
Beast.
the most requested and
Yeah.
hyped characters at the time, they brought the 200% leader skills into the game, introducing a whole new meta.
These
This new leader skills,
animations,
coupled
bro.
with the introduction of the red zone, rendered pretty much every unit in the game useless, which literally killed the value of the Goldstone and Ticket Summon banner. The Ticket Summon banner now give you 3 guaranteed
return
LRs.
to the
Wow,
game.
that's so cool. Until you realize that 90% of the yellow coins LRs are actually completely unrunnable in the red zone. Everyone, the Goldstone was now worse than ever before. Every single unit was now
Okay, wait, how many
completely
people actually
power
use
crept,
this
except
though?
for
Is this
this
something
guy.
you have to pay
could
for?
legit still run him even though he wasn't that invincible wall anymore. Thankfully, we got a ton of new EZs to compensate for our crazy
Like, how
power
much
creep.
does that
God Goku
stone
was a
thing
monster,
matter?
by
Like,
far the
he
most valuable EZ
brings
in
it
the
up a lot,
bunch.
but I feel
God
like
Vegeta
what?
was a coin flip, so nothing really changed post EZ. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was decent against
given to
Omega
you
with
for
some
free?
RNG, completely trash against Broly though. since
Okay,
he
never
disabled
mind, never
dodge.
mind, never
Omega
mind.
Shenron could have been good, but he had no team.
If it's for
Omega
free, it's
Shenron
for
was a
me.
Part
I'll
2
say that.
LR, him, Omega, and Texan Shenron would have been a crazy rotation. But instead, they gave us probably one of the most requested dual Dokkan Fest characters as the Part 2 LRs. By far the hypest Part 2 LRs out of any anniversaries.
Oh, that's
Until
cool.
we saw their leader skills. They weren't 200%. Like, bro, you can't drop a power creep this huge and don't give them it at bare minimum 170% across the board leader skills. There was legit no point in summoning on a banner that didn't have a 200% leader at the time. So yeah, that was a disappointment, but not as disappointing as the free-to-play units that anniversary. A huge downgrade from the 6th-year anniversary free-to-play units. I guess
Redstones
Goku
are
and
free.
Chi-Chi could cook with their active skills in some niche scenarios, but yeah,
I mean, that's a really cool part too, I agree.
The third part of the anniversary brought
I guess
the
they
easy
go
of the
hold.
3rd-year anniversary LRs. They were actually surprisingly still somewhat runnable in the red zone before the easiest. So yeah, you can guess that they were pretty decent post easy. And like the 3rd-year anniversary, Gogeta got the short end of the stick. And just when we thought
How
that the
times would
anniversary was
change.
over, we got an EX part, which brought
Seems
the
like
Super Saiyan
Gogeta in
4's
games
easiest
is way
and
better
the
than Vegeta
All-Star
now.
win, which gave almost 300 stones. While on GP they had the free-to-play Goku and Vegeta Jr. On Global they gave us the easy of tech full powers percent for Goku, which was a bummer because we then realized that this was the global first event they kept teasing us about. Honestly, I was expecting a code Goku and Vegeta LR, like that would have been like a crazy card that they could have dropped as a free-to-play unit.
I
This would
agree.
have been like pretty hype, honestly. Or maybe I'm just saying that because I didn't have tech full powers percent for Goku, so that easy didn't didn't change anything for me. I still don't have him to this day, even though I summoned on his original banner. Like, bro, I was here when he first released and I summoned like crazy, and I still don't have him. This anniversary
Yeah.
gave a total of
Hey, man, that's gacha games, bro. That's gacha
1,424
games.
stones, like battle. Wait, what? That's like 500 more stones than the 6th year anniversary, the Dokkan 8th year anniversary, or the 8th time that an anniversary is Goku and Vegeta related. Even though they said that it was going to be something different. The theme of the celebration was the Spirit Bomb, and as you guessed it, the new LRs were Goku and Vegeta.
I mean, they do what people pay for.
Know what we were expecting at the
They
time,
do
like
what people
Spirit
pay
Ball
for.
Yamcha. Nonetheless, the new units brought the standby skill mechanic. Part 2 caught everyone off guard and brought 2 new Carnival LRs inspired by the Dragon Ball Z openings. Yes,
That is so hard, by the way. Bro, that is one of the coolest things I've seen a gacha game do. Off the top of my head, I really like when Legends did, like Kakarot Goku. Like, that's another, like, really cool thing a gacha game did. Bro, This is really cool and very creative. And yeah, honestly, Legends, if you could steal from them if you want, you know what I mean? You really could just steal from them. This is very cool on paper. I remember when I saw these animations for the first time, like I found it very cool they even did this. Like it's very creative. Like whoever thought of this, very good job. Like this is actually very cool. This part 2 was like the least hype selection on you. Okay, maybe it's not like hype as in terms of characters, but like it's cool as in terms of like concept. Cause that's just sick. Considering what they could have done with Boo and Omega. Fair enough, that is true. I guess for a part 2 you'd want... So, okay, well, wait. So, you see when you have celebrations like this in a gacha game, right? Usually, the big heroes are like the part 1. For part 2, do you guys just typically want the villains that they fought? Like, the receiving end of that moment? Is that what you guys usually want? Or do you just want it to be a completely different thing? Cause like I understand why you would say that. He brought it up earlier during the 5th anniversary section where it's like people were expecting Merge Zamasu and Broly. But like, you know, like how does that work? Is that what you guys want? So like every time they drop a Gogeta in part 1, you want a Broly in part 2? Every time they do a Namek Goku in part 1, you want a Frieza in part 2? Like is that I feel like they can't do that all the time though, because then that's kind of too obvious. The whole point is that part 2 is like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Which honestly, part 2s and Legends ain't really that great besides 5th anniversary, but like, at least they're interesting every time. Or like most of the time, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I find that exciting. And it was like that for Legends until this little teaser with Daima, but you know. The problem is the only time that really happened was 5th Annie. For some reason, Dokkan don't really do villains for anniversary. I just want solid kits, that's it. I mean, yeah, I guess. If you're just optimal about the game, you don't care who the character is, you just care about what they do. I mean, that's fair. I prefer like a 9th where we get at least some villain rep to help out villain teams. The hero and villain duo is literally what Worldwide is for, the whole celebration is for that. Okay, so they already have a celebration built around like that kind of idea. Broly and Omega got heard so many times in anniversary, especially since these two never had units with good animations. Okay, fair enough. So is it more like you want characters to be represented above all else? Like you don't care about like a theme or like getting the other end of a moment that's already been represented, like it's just all about that? Okay, I'm interested about seeing what YouTube comments have to say about this, because like I think this is a conversation that kind of transcends just the bubble poppers like in general. I think this is just like a thing, like a gacha game thing. These are all valid though. Like I understand, like no one is saying something that I disagree with. Like I understand it all. Like I get it. Caring about what the characters do only, caring about you know, themes making sense, caring about just like, oh, I just want the character I want, I don't care about none of that. Like this all makes sense to me. I like the idea in Dokkan for the DBZ opening where Goku makes Spirit Bomb, somehow it's an explosive wave. Along with Piccolo doing that whole weird light beam with his whole body. Oh, is that not in the game yet? I like the themes. Dokkan's always big on themes, like 9th Annie being DBS or 7th being Goku and Vegeta. Okay. Okay. It is? Oh, okay, okay. It's this guy? Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. He is the DBZ opening.
Another Goku. We also had a Spirit Bomb Nuken event.
Gonna try not to pause anymore, by the way.
8-year anniversary units. But
Gonna try not to pause
there's
anymore.
a note that you could take enough damage to let Super Saiyan 2 Gohan cook, and best believe he did. Like, trust bro, this guy did carry this event. This anniversary also had some crazy easies like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, Super Buu, and the Blue Fusions, but also some disappointing ones like Super Vegito. The Blue Fusions also had some new active skill OSTs who were absolutely banging. That was honestly so hype at the time. Like their animations.
People told me about this. They added OSTs for them later.
Also updated.
That's
it
sick.
Felt like they were completely
That's very
new
cool.
units. This anniversary also brought some
That's
new
very cool.
events,
That's very cool.
but nothing that really changed the meta on like
yeah, that's
guarantee
that's
anniversary
sick.
red zone. We also had a cool event where you could fight every anniversary headliner and get some powerful equipments for said units. I'm calling it now. In Janeba and Strength Gogeta are going to cook with those equips and they're easier too.
I
They
have
also
never
let the
seen that
TV work on the
being
free-to-play
blue
units,
before.
making them even worse than the
I've never
previous
seen
year.
that
We're
being blue
already
before.
a downgrade from the year before. I still remember the GP players being very mad that the Imagine Vegeta was a free-to-play unit because that moment could have easily been a summonable LR. And
They
could have
gave
been
this
actually
artwork
good
to a
unit
free-to-play.
because- This guy was
I've used
trash.
this on the
This
thumbnail
anniversary
before.
gave a total of 1,230 stones. 200 less stones than the previous one. The
Oh.
Dokkan 9th year anniversary. Probably the greatest anniversary of all time. This anniversary was so good.
Technically,
from
I
A
played
to
this
Z,
one.
including the countdown celebration leading up to it. The countdown celebration brought the easy of LR Strength UI Goku. An insane easy. So insane.
So I
that it
should be
really
able
made
to,
us
like,
wonder
know
what the
this stuff,
hell of an
right?
event was coming this anniversary. Because this little Dokkan Ultimate Excite battle event that came with the countdown was nothing really difficult, and the missions were actually quite fun, forcing you to use old categories that were left to dust. Nonetheless, after the
Okay.
countdown was over, the anniversary officially began with a banger of a part one. The headliners were Dragon Ball Super Broly and Gogeta,
Beautiful
both
artwork,
phenomenal
man. Oh
units.
my
Like they were clear
gosh.
number 1 and 2 at the time.
And
which
the
is crazy to think
animations.
about, knowing where they were at the end of the anniversary. Like, don't get me wrong, they were very good, just not as good as the units that came in the second and third part of the anniversary. But yeah, Broly's banner was insane, featuring pretty much all the best units in the game. And that Frieza banner unit that came with him was also very good, a huge upgrade from the 8th year anniversary banner unit who mid at best.
Bro, I feel like
Honestly,
banner
this guy is probably
value
the
is
best
like a thing
anniversary
gacha
banner
games
unit
care
point
less and less
blank.
about,
As
bro.
for Gogeta, well, his banner was just not that
It's like
great.
the
I
new
guess it
unit
had
is what you
Spirit
want
Sword
and then
Trunks,
nothing
the
else
Broly
you
Trio,
care
and
about.
Strength UI Goku.
I find
But
that so
that's pretty
jarring.
much it. The other featured units were just not that great anymore. One of them was never even that good, actually. Like, that's honestly criminal to put this abomination in an anniversary banner. But I guess they all knew that people were going to summon anyways because it's Gogeta.
This is why, by the way, this is
Like,
why
it's
they do
freaking
it. It's because
Gogeta,
they know
and
the
he
main
was
unit is
insane
what you
with his
want,
new
and you'll
target
do it
skill
anyway.
mechanic, allowing him to redirect
It's
every
why
single
Ultra
attack
Banners
at
are the way they
him,
are in
super
Legends, by the
attacks,
way.
and dodge them
It's because
all.
you know
The
they know you're
first
gonna
part
go for it
also brought
anyway.
some crazy easies.
They
The
don't need
Broly
to give
Trio,
you
the
value.
50th year anniversary banner units, and the LR Blue Boys. All of them were very good. Probably the best batch of easy of
Oh, that-
any
Evo
anniversary
Ken,
so
crazy.
far. They
Even I
also
could tell you
upgraded
that.
the colored stone from the previous anniversary. The red stone pretty much
I remember
retired
them
the
just
OG
being the
leaders
best.
and replaced them with the God and Neo God leaders. A huge upgrade, even though they're all pretty much outdated outside of like maybe Super 17, who is still somehow and somewhat usable.
no one can
but
beat 'em.
just for collecting purposes, this was a huge change. It was also pretty clear now that the OG leaders were going to easy very soon. The purple stone now had a pool of all 200% leaders and some pretty good Dokkan Fest TURs. And the upgraded purple stone had some insane units like Strength UI Goku, the physical Blue Boys, and
this
the Broly
artwork
Trio,
looks
and
so
some not
good.
so bad
Oh my
options like
gosh.
Golden Frieza, Merge Zamasu, the androids, and Interose. Honestly, the best pull any stone ever had, ever. The second part of the anniversary brought what was stolen from us a year ago, a playable beast Gohan as a Dokkan Fest LR. And LR Cell Gamma 1 and 2. Honestly, I don't know why they skipped Cell Max, but I guess the Gammas work too. Beast
They're
was
cooler.
just ridiculous.
They're cooler.
Like, outside
Just
of
let's just be
Strength
honest.
Super Gogeta, this is probably the strongest character.
It might not be
ever
what you
released in
want, but
Dokkan.
still-
Like,
that's
the
still
gap between
cooler.
him and the rest of the game is so
Core breaker
high that
solos.
it's not even funny. But honestly, words
Plus,
can't
you got your
describe
Cell
how
Max anyway,
insane
relax.
This guy was. Just watch this video and pay attention.
You got
to
it
the
later
game.
on, but you know. Also, wait, what? You say watch this? Okay. Is B still top 1 or is he top 10? I don't know. He's too good. I remember when like we were summoning for this and like we actually did a few Dokkan streams, like it felt like cheating using him. Cause like bro, I'd pop any bubble I want. Like I didn't even really need you guys' help for real.
This guy
Like, it
was
was
just
crazy.
him. Like literally. Like I know it was his active
Like, he
skill
plays the
turn,
game on
but
his own.
Still, like
I
that's
didn't even need to do
insane, bro.
anything.
Being able to tank that well under no leader skill at all, that meant that you could legit just run this guy anywhere. You could literally even run him on Ginyu.
I do remember
Steam.
you
That's
lost with
just
him
how
still.
crazy this guy was.
I actually don't
As
remember
for
that.
The Gammas, well, unreleased, they were actually bugged, and Gamma 1 kept his standby skill buff 1 turn after exchanging, which made him hit ridiculous attack stats during that turn. But it was quickly fixed, and he wasn't as crazy anymore. but still a very good unit nonetheless.
How do you even
Their
mess something
banner
up like
were
that?
also miles ahead of Gogeta's banner. Like, they knew the Gammas weren't as hyped, so they pretty much just stacked in their
Says
banners.
who?
Now, the
Says
third part of
who?
the anniversary brought probably their most ridiculous.
Where do you guys get this idea that the Gammas ain't lit?
The 6th year anniversary units. The 6th year anniversary units were just
They've literally been treated like premium characters in both gacha games, Legends and Dokkan. Where do people get this idea that they're not hype? Bro, okay, not as hype as the stuff around them, sure. But the Gammas are lit. Like, let's be real, bro. I mean, not many people summon for them. Did you see who's like dropped alongside them? Beast Gohan. Of course. Compared to Gogeta, Gamma's on such. Okay, yeah, here's my thing. It's like, I do agree with the fact that, like, compared to the people around them, the Gammas ain't as hype by comparison. But in terms of just by themselves as a character to be treated with a certain level of respect, the Gammas are up there and have been up there. What, they were anniversary in both games. Legends and Dokkan, they both got premium releases for the anniversary of both respective games. Kid Buu doesn't even have a premium character in Dokkan from what you guys have told me. And in Legends, he got treated like shit. Well, actually, I mean, he was broken, but, like, you know, in terms of aesthetics or whatever, he ain't that cool to me. Not as cool as he should be. Stop disrespecting my boy. Nah, I really like Kid Buu. It just is what it is, man. I read the comments, bro. They do have a decent amount of hype. Core Breaker is cool. Yes, it is. It's very flashy. It's pretty much everything you'd want.
Ridiculous beyond belief. Like, I don't even know how something like that was.
Also, I just
legal.
lied out
If
my
you
ass.
thought
That
the
was one more
footages from
pause.
the
My
year before
fault.
were ridiculous. They were nothing
remember I said that.
compared to these guys. For probably the first time in Dokkan history, Vegeta didn't get the short end of the stick and actually was better than Goku. Even if it was like just by a little bit, he still was clearly better. Their active skill didn't get new OSTs though, but it's fine. They were just so busted bad. Honestly, I don't care if the units are this good. I don't care about the OSTs. Buhan and Super Vegeta were
Agree to disagree, my friend.
Insane too, but not as insane as Goku and Vegeta. At least not on their base form. Transform Vegeta was probably the best unit in the game at the time. He had guard, damage reduction, and literally infinite damage. Like infinite damage.
Whoa,
as long as you
Vegeta
can
get
counter,
love.
this
Okay.
guy was getting more and more damage within the turn.
Oh, that's good.
Also building up crit chance. Like, bro, this guy was single-handedly the APT god of the time, and he had all of that with a 10 turns counter. Like, bro. The only problem really was his base form, who honestly wasn't even bad. They had damage reduction, they could stack defense. It's just that the power creep at anniversary was too insane. As for the free play units, well, nothing changed. They still suck, even more than the previous anniversary.
Super Vegeta
He
fell
even
off a
easied
cliff.
the
God
right
damn
trophy
it, man.
card, and even though he was bad, he was very easy to get since all you had to do was log in and play the game. And even his easy medals were obtained from missions. So if you were a new player, this is probably the best anniversary.
7-year
to start
LRs are
playing
gonna
the game.
easy
This
it for 10th
anniversary
Danny.
also came with some new events. A hit event where the boss had a domain. That domain removed damage reduction and your character's ability to nullify spray attacks. This scared a lot of people at first, but the event was nothing crazy in terms of difficulty, thankfully. I wish I could say the same about the other hard events that came during this anniversary. The Supreme Battle Spectacle, which is basically just a blue zone, red zone, but with super
I
class
did play
characters,
this.
was very difficult. Like, way more difficult than anything
I should have
we
made
had seen
videos
yet,
on stuff like
which
this.
is understandable.
Unfortunately,
when you look
I
at how
didn't.
great the units.
I think I was
and
meant
pieces
to,
were
and I
at
just didn't.
anniversary. This event also had like an artificial life form mission that was just honestly ridiculous at the time. Probably the hardest challenge at anniversary. They also added a new stage to the Cell Max event, and this
Did
guy
this
was
too?
the first boss to actually get stronger based on his HP. The lower his HP was, the stronger he would get. But
That's
yeah,
a cool
nothing
concept.
compared to the artificial life form mission. We also had new stages for the special anniversary battle event from the previous anniversary. Some new link level events, new skill orb events, new red zone stages, and a new story event where you could farm mineral water that you could exchange for some decent rewards in the Baba shop. Well, I'm not sure about exactly how many stones the 9th year anniversary gave, but it's something around 1,200 to 1,300 stones.
So they just keep going
the same
lower?
amount as the 8th year anniversary. So taking a look back at all the anniversaries, the 9th year anniversary was for sure the best one, followed by the 7th year anniversary, and the worst one was probably the 3rd year anniversary. Honestly, if I had to rank them, for me personally, it would probably go something like this: 9th year, 7th year, 4th year, 5th year, 6th year, 2nd year, 8th
Not a
year,
single
1st
person in
year,
chat
and
mentioned
3rd year.
4th year.
But I would love to hear everyone's ranking.
That's crazy.
So let me know in the comments down below how you would rank the Dokkan anniversaries, or just your favorite or worst anniversary. Anyways guys, this is the end of the video. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Do that. Go do that to
If
him.
you have some bucks to spare,
I'm putting the
and you
links
wish
in the
to support
description
the
and
channel
pinned comment. If you
financially,
don't, I'm
might
gonna be
consider
mad.
becoming a member. You'll receive
Do that
some
too.
cool icons next to your name and early access to new videos.
People ask
as
me to
soon
set
as
this
they
up. I haven't
finish
done it
them.
yet.
I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, let me leave a like
The
on
month
this,
of
bro.
July started
Oh,
with
whoa,
the introduction of...
whoa. Okay.
Let's get started with the...
Okay, let me leave a like. All right, cool. Well, my people, I'm gonna like I said before, I'm gonna leave the link to this. Make sure you guys go run up the video or whatever. This guy did a fantastic job. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for allowing me to watch this, and thank you very much to all the people that wanted me to watch this. This was actually a very, very, very well made video, and I'm actually very impressed with it. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. That was really fun. Like, I'm surprised by how engaged I was. I will admit, there were plenty of times where he was talking about like, you know, like numbers and all that, and like character kits and all that, and I did go silent for a bit. And it's just because, I mean, I can't, because I just, you know, who I am, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of the game, don't really know that much, not really too interested in stuff like that. I didn't really have anything to add in those sections, but it's like, you know, I guess you can't really avoid talking about what the characters do, you know what I mean? It's a game, that's the whole point. So, I mean, besides that, though, that's my fault, though. That's not the video's fault. This was incredible, though, man. For someone who doesn't really care about, like, the intricacies of the game like that, did a very good job keeping me entertained. This is just a fantastically made video. Like, it's just very well done. And it deserves to be ran up, bro. I'm gonna need you guys to run this up. But yeah, man, thank you very much, Legendary P-Loof. You did your thing, man. Fun fact, Super Saiyan 4s were shadow buff before releases because they had terrible kits. Damn. So they got... Huh. Why the shadow buff, though? Like, why not just be out with it and be like, hey, they're trash, we'll make them better. Been here since the 1st anniversary, we are Dokkan. How... Okay. The question I'll leave you guys with, because the original kit was actually unrunnable. Oh, so they had to. Okay. The question I'll leave you guys with at the end. What anniversary did you start with? And which anniversary do you think wouldn't have kept you playing? Like, if you were to have started there. So, for example, let's say you started with 5th. Do you think, oh, but if I started with 2nd, I probably wouldn't feel the game like that? Like, I think that's a good question to end off with. Let's see, post 4th, probably 3rd. Started 6th, started 8th, sorry. Post 7, started with 7. Probably 3rd, started with 7, would have stopped at 3rd. After 1st, probably after 3rd. Okay, cool. This is gonna be fun to read. Like, comment, subscribe, have a great rest of your day, my people. Thank you very much for the support as always. Let me know how the microphone was just one last time. We're gonna be I guess we're gonna have to adjust audio levels and all that, but, like, you know, it's what it is. So have a great rest of your day. Take care. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Appreciate you. Stay safe, my people.